Welcome to the Level Up Sports Talk Show. I'm your host, John. I got a quadruplet of guys tonight. I got Mr. CJ, I've got Amon, I've got Wes, just getting some NFL talk and early NBA talk. So we've had a a wild scope of games for the NFL this past couple of days, including today. And so we're going to get into some talk about that. We're going to talk about the MVP, who was our early MVP of the league, and who do we consider favorites out of the AFC North. And that's where we're going to start now. So, question one for the night, guys. After seeing how the Cincinnati Bengals played against the Steelers on Thursday night, who do you favor to win the AFC North? I will start off with Wes, and then I'll make my way to Amon and then CJ.
Yeah, after watching the game, I still have, I believe, Pittsburgh uh, winning that division there. Um, but their defense is going to have to come on. Defense just, I mean, Joe Flacco just picked them apart and went down the field. That's got to tighten up. But I still think that the Steelers will be the team to beat there. But all of it depends too. I'm not putting all my trust in Flacco. If I knew Burrow was coming back, uh, in the next 2 weeks or so for sure,
Mhm.
I would probably change my mind. But now I'm still saying the Steelers.
I will say this. The only thing I've heard recently, I heard Adam Schefter speak on ESPN about that, is there is a good chance that he can make it back possibly before the season is over with, and maybe into that
Mhm.
first round or so of the playoffs. So
They
that
said
may,
mid-December. That's when
yeah,
it's supposed
yeah,
to be.
Yeah,
yeah. So
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I know I'm paying him a good bit of money, and it's Burrow, but I think I'd rather give it a full year and let him get back from that injury come next year. And I know it's what have you done for me now in the NFL, but I don't know. Flacco's come in; he's worked admirably. So, but I'm still gonna give it to Pittsburgh.
okay, you still got Pittsburgh. Amon, what do you say about it, man?
Excuse me. I agree with Wes. I say it's still going through Pittsburgh because right now Baltimore's a dumpster fire. Cleveland, yeah, okay.
They just
Um,
got their second win of the year just today. So
Mhm.
in the words of Young Thug, whoop de doo, you know. But but I say like with the defense, it's like a secondary. Pittsburgh secondary would like messed them up. Joey Porter Jr. and the other cat, I can't think of his name. I'm sorry. Ramsey was doing his thing, but it's just like they know where to pick the spots. And at one point in time, Pittsburgh secondary used to be like they bread and butter.
Well, I think
Rob Wilson.
also when you're missing Minka Fitzpatrick, that does take a toll on
Yeah,
them as well.
yeah, yeah. No, he got traded for Ramsey, right?
Right.
Yeah. So
Mhm.
I still say it's going through Pittsburgh. Um, God forbid Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. But
All
Well,
right.
I
and,
still
and the chances are he gets hurt by his own team, man. The offensive line tackle him. I
Oh
hope he doesn't.
yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was pretty heated about that.
Oh, he's seen it, man. Yeah. Well,
All
at
right.
his age, I mean, you get hurt sneezing, sitting down. I mean, it's tough, man. You gotta.
That's true. That's true.
CJ, who do you have, man? Do you still have you have the Bengals, you got Pittsburgh or the field? Somebody in the AFC North. Who you got winning it?
Off of early
Okay, there you go.
just okay,
We can kind of hear you.
off
There we
early
go.
talks though, I would say yeah, off early talks I would say the Steelers right now.
Hmm.
I'll still keep it with the Steelers. Their defense is still so. Offense is real so from time to time. Um, that division, surprisingly, to tell you the truth, I think the best defense in that division, the Browns. They defense going. So if the Browns make the move to go ahead and start Shador, I can honestly see the Browns climbing more to the top than I because their defense has been traveling. and you got a solid running game. They just need a passing game. But for the sake of right now, I'll stay with the Steelers. Safe bet. I don't see the Bengals doing too much noise, and definitely not Baltimore now.
Well, I'm gonna spin it a different way. So I've heard everybody, what they thought. I normally would just go ahead and say slam dunk Steelers, but the way they play in defense right now, it's almost like they have an Olay for almost like the Cowboys defense. At least the way they played the other night. Now, so granted, if we know that their defense is going to play the same way, they're not going to get after anybody like we've seen in the past. Who's to say Joe Joe Flacco can't go out there and slang it with the Bengals when you got Chase and Higgins? You even seen Brown. I don't think I've heard his name the whole season, but you even seen him running around on the Steelers defense just the other night. So, me personally, offensively, I mean, they look more of a scarier threat to me than anyone else out of that division. Now, granted, maybe their defense just plays just enough to win games. Maybe just not ask for a bunch of stops, but ask for a stop at the right time. So I'll go out on a limb. I'll say Bengals if they can continue to play like they're playing right now. Even though I did actually would have the Steelers. I think all of us at one point probably had the Ravens, but with the Ravens and Jackson being out, and their defense is not as good. That's the first year I think I've seen in a long time where, like you said, CJ, yeah, the only defense is being played in the AFC North is the Browns, but without
is the Browns.
Yeah, it's the Browns.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll leave it there for that question. So question number 2. And it's really not a question, but I just want to give you your thoughts on it. Give me your top 3 candidates for early MVP talk. Who are your top 3 candidates for early MVP talk? Amon, I'll go with you first, and then I go to CJ, and then I'll go back to Wes.
Wow. I'll say Baker Mayfield, Matt Stafford.
Okay.
And Tua Tagovailoa for being a hater. Nah, but seriously, the way Jackson Dart been playing, I say Jackson Dart if he keeps it up.
No, wait.
That's pretty much the threat I think of.
Let me just even give you some flack back on that. So you said Jackson Dart. What about Patrick Mahomes? How he's been holding it down? I know that's a rival for a Raiders fan, but I mean he held it down for him until they got everybody back today, and they still won 31-0.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, you can see that, but I guess people expect so much from Mahomes in KC, and he lost 3 games. Now, I'm thinking his standard is different than everybody else. It's expected to be he's like on a Tom Brady level, maybe 1 game, maybe 2 or 3. Nah, he kind of cancels himself out with that. It's not even being a hater. I'm just
I got you.
He did destroy my team today.
All right. So CJ, who do you have for your top 3?
Baker is definitely up there. Baker.
See, everybody got
the quarterback for the Lions.
Okay, Jared Goff. Jared Goff.
Goff, and well, I mean, this is just early on. Now, I guess I'll throw Jalen Hurts out there. I guess
Jalen Hurts, the same Jalen Hurts that can't get the ball to AJ Brown.
Yeah, the same Jalen Hurts.
Okay,
the same Jalen.
All
right. Wes, what do you got about it, man? What do you say?
So I got them in this order. All right, I got Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, Bijan Robinson.
Okay, you said Daniel Jones, Baker Mayfield, and Bijan Robinson.
Okay, thank you, Wes. Hey, I take off Jalen, and Daniel Jones is my replacement.
Okay.
Daniel Jones.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey, where's
MVP
he
Jones.
thanks you for helping to remember that because
Hey, I appreciate it. Yeah, Indiana Jones.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I like that list. Mine was actually so I've got on mine Mayfield, of course. I had Stafford. I mean, I was surprised, like, you thinking that, being out of the country and going somewhere else. And I don't know if a lot of people watched that game earlier this morning,
Mm-hmm.
but the Rams actually just got there yesterday. So a lot of people were thinking they're gonna have jet lag. Not with with Stafford. Man, Stafford threw for 5 touchdowns today. And
I saw that.
that's without Puka Nacua in the game. I
Exactly.
mean, they were beating them that bad. So
Yeah,
I
of
definitely
course
got him on the
Stafford threw
list.
for 5 touchdowns because I had him on my bench. So that's
Yeah,
how it works.
I agree. I agree. And I
Ooh.
gotta go with Daniel Jones. The man looks like night and day, man, difference from playing with
Bro,
how he's been playing the
Absolutely.
last several years. It's like
With
you
the
got him in a
Giants.
different
Oh man.
offense. Um,
got them coats
Yeah.
looking good.
yeah, they got the coach looking real good.
Yeah, man.
So I definitely got him on my list. Those are my top three for right now.
So nobody
I
going with
like it.
Josh Allen? Nobody thought about Josh Allen?
I'm
Nope.
going
Josh
Josh
Allen,
Allen. No.
not
Mm-mm.
not. Mm-mm. I can't say as of right now. I mean, I think the
Yeah.
one thing that what was working for the Bills as of right now, and I know they lost last week, but
Mm-hmm.
he hasn't done anything just so spectacular. Like even with his running to get him in the end zone, or doing just we
Mm-hmm.
constantly saying when we're watching the game, oh man, Josh Allen's going off, things like that. I think it's been a combination of he's been doing a little bit, receivers been doing a little bit, Cook has been doing a little bit in the backfield, and they've had
Mm-hmm.
a decent defense. That's all I can say about them.
Hey,
What
I
do
can
y'all
tell
think?
you this: the one person that we all sitting here saying that's on our list is Baker Mayfield. That boy has carried that
Hmm.
team
Yeah, I
in
agree.
the
Mm-hmm.
fourth quarter. Boy, when it comes fourth quarter, don't bet against that boy.
Mm-hmm.
That boy has been a monster, dog. And that's why that's an MVP. Somebody come through in the clutch, carrying the team when you ain't got no Mike Evans, you got injuries all around on defense and offense, but still you found a way to get it done in the end, bro. Baker's a monster.
He
Mm-hmm.
is. And we're gonna get into a little bit of a talk about Baker in just a minute. So I'm gonna go on to the third question for the night, and that question is with this team here, and that question is with Kansas City now having all of their players back offensively, do you see them as the favorite in the AFC, or are you picking somebody from the field? CJ, I go with you, then I go to West, and then Amon.
Uh, it's early. And for the sake of the argument, the strongest team right now I want to consider all around from the AFC
Hmm.
is really the Colts in my eyes. So right now, no, I don't. Just because they got them all back, they played great today. They beat the Raiders 31-0. All right, cool. I mean, I wasn't expecting that,
I would.
but they gotta show a level of consistency. They're not consistent. Like I said, they just lost 3 games. You know what I'm saying? And you go from we can't even say Patrick Mahomes the MVP because in the MVP race because he can't carry him. But yeah, he got people that's injured. So I mean, I say in the next 2 or 3 games, if they can keep winning, yeah, maybe so. But right now, I got the Colts.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Wesley, what do you say about it, man?
Well, I like their chances a lot better now, for sure. But you know, they're having issues with the running game. They're going to have to establish that running game at some point. Um, it's just not scary for people. I think the Colts are overall. They're probably one of the better or best team in the NFL right now on all ends of it. Even though they lost their kicker to injury, that's the next guy up, and he's knocking them in, doing a good job there. I think also there's an issue with Kansas City and their special teams with their kicker with Bucker. I think he's had some key misses when it comes to extra points, and just doesn't look the same. Kind of like towards the end of, his career there in Kansas City. I'm thinking, um, but it's a good sign they got Rice back. They're just going to have to figure out how to give it that running game and sure up some things with special teams for me to really consider them. But hey, they're the Kansas City Chiefs, so
Right.
they find ways to win, and you got Reed still there. I was actually thinking about this the other day, and I think that if there's no doubt to me they will be in the playoffs, and they're going to be a hard team to stop in the playoffs just with their experience and and Patty Mahomes doing what Patty Mahomes and Reed do. So it's going to be tough. So uh, I think I don't necessarily have them as a favorite, but I feel like they could make a deeper run than most think.
Okay. All right. Amon, what do you got?
Uh, excuse me. I go to field just because of the things they said. I like the Colts to me are the best, like CJ said, in the AFC. And quiet as kept, the Broncos have a better record. Shockingly, the New England Patriots have a better record. I mean, so like the teams we thought were gonna like make some noise, Baltimore, uh, who else? The Bills, they all like aren't even leading their divisions no more.
Right.
So, and honestly, I don't know. I think Kansas City kind of like I think they checked out, but I think they so used to winning, it's just kind of like yeah, like whatever. It's kind of I don't think they had like that burning desire to try to win like that. That's what it seemed like to me. I mean, they wanted that because they playing against Smith, but you know, I just feel like the Colts. I believe Colts are going to shock some people. Like I really do. I really forgot about them to they said something with Daniel Jones and Jonathan Taylor. They have been playing lights out.
Mm.
But I really think Travis Kelce can check out too. I think he's about ready to retire and go on tour. Marry his billionaire in his college night.
Okay.
So I get the feel though on that one.
Okay, you got the feel. Man,
Yeah.
I am total opposite right now. I really do feel like after the first game, we're not seeing Rasheed Rice out there. Worthy gets hurt on the first drive, I think first play, and everything changed after that happened. So the one thing I noticed today when they played in the time that I did see the highlights, having Worthy on one side, having Rasheed Rice on the other, and then having Kelsey in the middle, things are going back to where they used to be, where you're not really doubling anybody. You have to single everybody up. And I just saw off the bat. I mean, they were giving the ball to Kelsey on deeper plays. That's the one thing I saw early on today. So I think the offense is more so opened up in that regard. Now, to your guys' point, I think Mon said it, and maybe even with the run game, yeah, the run game is not what it used to be. I did see it was a better run game this past game, not with the Raiders, but the game before that. Um, with the Lions, they actually were running the ball a little bit better with Pacheco in that game. So I can't say that they're going to blow anybody out with their run game, but it's effective enough. They're going to run the ball enough to keep you honest, to keep you some people around the line of scrimmage. But you're already, I mean, with everybody being back now, you're going to give some leeway to their receivers. So I think that's going to open up the run game a lot better as we see games going on. Now that's granted if nobody gets injured or suspended or anything like that for the rest of the season. I still got the Chiefs, man. Cause and another reason for what Amon just said, if I know that maybe this is Kelsey's last hurrah with the squad before he rides off in the sunset with Taylor Swift, um, I say he's want to go ahead and get him another ring. I mean, if not getting another one, win because this is it for him. So that's what I see from that team. I still say they got a
It's
lot of fight left in with the Chiefs.
it seemed like teams aren't like afraid of them like they used to be. Like people like used to be nervous playing Kansas City. It's
Mm-hmm.
like oh, it's the
Mm-hmm.
Chiefs. They like a chink in their armor now. Like over the
Right.
last couple of years, it's just people aren't like nervous like they used to be. Like,
I,
how we
I
was
I
talking
would
about
agree
Baker
with that.
Mayfield,
I think,
like fourth quarter,
yeah,
it
yeah.
didn't seem the same. Like something seems off. I don't know what it is, but
Well,
something just seems
well,
off.
I'll say what's off is, I mean, we don't expect them to get beat like they did in the Super Bowl against the Eagles line that they had. Now, one thing I can definitely say about the Chiefs, They don't have the same line that they had in the Super Bowl. That's for sure. Their line is a whole lot better than what it was in the Super Bowl era. But I do agree with you, man. They don't just go on the field when you get on the field with them. You just scared and say, "Oh, it's the Chiefs." No, but I still say they still have a winning pedigree, and they still have Andy Reid as the head coach, and he's gonna put them in the right position to win. Is what I say. All right,
Hey,
we're moving right along.
but they're
Yeah,
gonna
go
need to
ahead, go
work on
ahead.
their
What you about to say?
defense. They're gonna need to work on their defense too, bro. You can't have
Yeah,
too many more of those lackluster moments from old boy, big boy, when they, you know what I'm saying, when the buddy ran into the end zone when he could actually
right.
Oh
tackle
He
yeah,
didn't move yet.
Chris
Yeah,
Jones. Yeah,
Chris Jones. Yeah,
Chris Jones. Yeah.
when they played Jacksonville. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, and he came back. And I'm so glad he did come back out and say something about that because yeah, that was very awkward to a guy's right there, and no effort is getting shown. He just looked. I don't even think he walked fast to go get the guy to tackle him. You know, he just looked at him. So
Mhm.
yeah, I agree with that. The effort from in that game, I haven't seen it since. So I don't expect to see it since with him. Uh, even from his days from Mississippi State. So I expect him to show up in games and to be better on defense. But we shall see. They're going to have a tougher slate of games coming ahead. All right, so on to the next question. So we're going to get back into this guy that we said that could potentially be the MVP, and that's this guy here. So the question is, the Buccaneers are one of the top teams in the NFC. How far can Baker Mayfield take his team this year? How far in the playoffs do you see them going? All right, so I'm gonna go back around. I'm gonna go back to you, Amand, and then I'll go to Wes and then CJ.
Excuse me. Honestly, the way he's playing, I wouldn't be shocked to go to a Super Bowl. I
Okay.
mean, they have a really good team in place. And they playing like up until lately, kind of lackluster division, but Charlotte's, not, Carolina's actually putting up like a little fight now. And so and like I said, the Eagles aren't that good this year. A couple of teams really aren't too hot. I actually had the Lions going Super Bowl, but they've been like up and down. I can see them going to. I wouldn't be shocked if they went to at least the NFC Championship game. So
Okay.
the very least NFC Championship game, unless it's barring some major injury, because he really has like that dog in him. Whatever that it factor is, he had that in Cleveland. He had it with the Rams. He had it with the Panthers. I think he just finally get a fair shake because there's something to come along with that number one pick title. And let's be honest, Cleveland's a bad organization to begin with, so he kind of doomed from the start with that. He had that one breakout season, the first season, I believe.
Yeah.
But I could see at least the NFC Championship game, at least.
All right. Wes, where you got him going, man?
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I can see them winning the conference and then taking a pretty deep run into the playoffs, and I can see them all the way towards the end fighting for it at the for the for the conference championship.
Okay. All right. CJ, how far do you see Baker Mayfield taking his team?
I want to be honest. If I'm gonna be honest, I'll sit there and say the Super Bowl. That's putting them above my team. And I think my team, we got a good chance of hopefully making the playoffs. But Baker Mayfield got that dog in him. And I know it's early, but is what I'm seeing him overcome certain things that you expect from a quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Even when your team is down, he has put that team on his back. I forgot what team he played where he scrambled for them 20-some yards and he got that first down. And I'm like, bro, that right there reminded me of like some Cam Newton type stuff when Cam made the run to the Super Bowl. So he is winning, and mind you, he's doing this without Mike Evans. I need people to understand he don't have his number one wide receiver out there and stuff. They still got injuries out there, but they are still doing it, and he's doing it in a way that you want your quarterback to do it. He's doing it. You keep it close. If it's in the fourth quarter, bro, I'm giving it to Baker and them because he's almost proven every time. I got that. If he got that ball in that last 2 minutes, hey, they're gonna get into the end zone, or they're gonna score them final points to close it out. So overall, I think they keep it close. Even if they lost, they only lost by a one possession loss. You know what I'm saying? They haven't got blown out by a team. So it's like I think they are the most dangerous team in the NFC for real.
Okay.
So I say Super Bowl for Baker.
Okay. I got them, man. I actually got them. I'm not sure if that's where they finished last year, but I got them in the divisional round. And the only thing the reason why I have them in that round right there is because the one thing that Tampa Bay normally would have, that we would see that they have, is the pass rush. If Buccaneers had that pass rush right now, I would automatically just go ahead and emphatically just go ahead and put them as the number one team coming out the NFC to be top. But a matter of fact, I'll give you a perfect example. If they have what the Rams have right now, I would pretty much go ahead and give that. But because they don't have that, that's the only thing I think that's lacking. When they're going up against elite teams that's offensively that's great, I don't know how their defense is going to hold up. And when you happen to force it where you're going to get teams that's going to be better pass rush, which we're going to see how Baker plays against, teams in this division pretty soon. He's got to go against the Falcons. And their pass rushes are actually going right now. And they're doing it with the young crew that they just drafted. I think two of those guys on the line, I believe, are first round picks. So, but that's where I got him. I got him in the divisional round. But I would do say right now he's my MVP as right now. If I had to ask one person. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on from there. So the next question is for question number 5 for the night, and we'll just go on down. You can just round robin this one. What game surprised you today? So this is in regards to, you got home from church, you got home from a function, and you turned on the games. What game surprised you when you first turned on TV? So I'll start off this one. So I'm getting home, and I get out of church, I go to my car, and I'm looking on the scoreboard, and I'm just seeing, okay, well, what happened today? So the one game that did surprise me when I got home was, well, it was actually two. One was the fact when we early on before we went to church, it was how the Rams just dismantled the Jaguars. I mean, like 35 to like I think 6 or 7.
7. It was 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
7.
So
7.
I was just like, man, what did y'all do? Y'all just literally went across seas and started shopping at some of the nice stores they have over there in London or something. But
And went to Abbey Road.
I don't know. But the combination from what I saw and read in the report was it wasn't just Lawrence he missed on throws. His receivers wasn't helping him. Then the run game couldn't get going. And then when the defense did make a play, they had a penalty to go overlap it and just erase everything that they did. So that's what surprised me. And then the other game that surprised me, I understand, yeah, you're the Dolphins, and I know y'all got a lot of crazy stuff going on. But it's the Browns. It's a rookie quarterback at the helm. He only had like 130 something yards rushing, which I understand. So I think CJ Points, he said a while ago, Quinshon Judkins did have I think he had a field day with the running game. I think either 3 touchdowns, something like that.
3 touchdowns. Yeah.
But I'm like, for you not to really score any points, I was kind of shocked. It's not even cold yet in Cleveland. I mean, it's not even cold. So I was shocked by that altogether. CJ, I'll go to you, and then I go to Amon, and then back to Wes.
That's the truth. Like I said, I would say first and foremost, yes. I was shocked with the Rams, how the Rams handled the Jaguars. I think I said on our picks or whatever, I picked Jaguars to beat
I did too.
I picked the Jaguars to win. And what's surprising was, like you said, how they was handled. The Jaguars being able to compete all the way. I've never seen they was handled. You know what I'm saying? They got outplayed. completely. So
Oh yeah.
I was surprised with that one. I'm surprised, and I'm gonna say I'm surprised too with the Chiefs beating the Raiders
Okay.
because it's how, like I said, it's 31. It was 31-0. The
Mhm.
Chiefs ain't really been doing. To me, they hadn't been screaming like they were that team lately. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't expect that type of performance from them, defensively and offensively. So that was a shock. Those I'd say those were the two shocking games for me.
Okay. And let me throw in another one if y'all haven't paid attention to the score. So the Broncos and Giants game just went final. The Broncos came
Came
back and beat
back.
them
Yep.
33-32.
Mm.
Yeah. Winning drive by Knicks.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Go
absolutely.
ahead, Wes.
And
Go
that's
ahead,
not
Wes. I'll
surprising,
let you
though.
go
That's
ahead
not
and then I get
surprising.
mine.
It's not surprising. I mean, but the Giants played very well. Problem was, they left 49 seconds for Bo Nix to come down and get him in field goal range and get the game winner field goal. But that was a great game.
Bro,
Um, I'm tell you, I think my surprise though is actually the Giant, or I'm sorry, not the Giants, but the Dolphins, and
Yeah.
just the way that they're playing. I think the Dolphins are the worst team. That's saying a lot when you got the Jets at 0-7. But I think for some odd reason, they just look anemic. They look like a shell of themselves. They're going to have to get rid of the head coach and just somehow find a way to get some sort of spark because this is just not what we're accustomed to, right? With there's all these years, that it led up. There was some promise, and then now, I mean, they almost look like the Miami Jets.
Oh wow,
yeah.
I like that. I like that.
Ma, what you got?
And
Go ahead, CJ. Go ahead.
nah, man, I was going to add on too, because like I'm looking at another score. Because, bro, this to me lets me see. This is why I feel like the Eagles are not that team. Eagles barely won their game against the Vikings, 28-22.
Oh wow.
And and to me, the Vikings, you know what I'm saying? A lot of these teams are legit getting better. Like I said, we're talking about the Colts and the Giants and the Broncos. Look how close that game was. And it came down to who had the ball last. So some of these teams are really stepping up. But, hey, Bo Nix is doing his thing. Jackson Dart, hey, some of these teams said we ain't no punks no more.
All right.
Yeah, true.
Mm.
I'm gonna say my surprise was kind of like you all, Jacksonville and the Rams. I picked the Rams to win, but Jacksonville been doing so good this season. It's like wow, things got manhandled overseas. And then my second one, I'm gonna say the Cowboys and the Commanders. I picked the Commanders to win, but I wouldn't expect just get mollywopped like that. It's like, huh? So that surprised me. To add on to what CJ said about the Raiders and the Chiefs, the Raiders had 3 first downs the entire game. Just 3.
Oh wow.
That's it. I was like, okay. Yeah, and that's when they
I
took
didn't know that.
Mahomes out in the third quarter. Yeah, they took Mahomes out in the
Oh.
third quarter.
Don't
Kenny Pickett came in
you said
for
first
the
down?
Raiders.
You said the first down?
Yeah, they had 3 first downs for the entire
I was
game.
going
The
to say,
Raiders.
don't you start out at first and 10? I mean,
They had 3 the whole game. I'm like,
Wow.
huh?
Hey, man,
So
hey,
yeah,
hey,
so that
I got it. It sounded like I got to defend my Commanders, bro. Like, hey, bro, they took the I don't think Daniel Jones was in, or they took him out because they had Mariota playing up after a while, man. Because Mariota seemed like he'd been playing since halftime.
yeah,
So we
Well,
still got
it was the
injuries out
third
there
quarter.
for the command.
Yeah, it was the
Yeah,
third
yeah,
quarter, and Jaden Daniels he got injured on the play. It was one of the plays where actually the lineman knocked the ball out, but while he went to the ground, something happened with his hamstring, and that's what they took him into the tent for, and he never came back out.
So,
Yeah. And then after that, Mariota gets out there and throws a pick six.
Pick
So
six.
it's like, come on, bro. So it's like, man,
yeah.
it was downhill from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely been some surprising games today. And I'm not gonna. Well, we got 3 more games to go for the rest
But the
of the
Packers
season.
won, though.
Yeah, the Packers did just
Congratulations.
win. Thank
Packers
God. That
won.
was our first
Yeah.
road win actually this year.
Yeah.
So we'll see how we continue to play out. But we got the 49ers, the Falcons about to come up in a little bit. Also, we got 2 more slates of games coming up. Tomorrow we got the Bucks and the Lions, and then the Texans and the Seahawks out here. So in Seattle. So we'll see how those games go. So moving on from some NFL talk, we'll make our way to some NBA talk since the season starts this Tuesday night for the upcoming season. And the question is for this next one is, who are your favorites to make the finals? You can tell me who wins it all the way, or you can just go ahead and tell me who do you think is going to make it. I will go to you, Amon, first, and then I will make my way to the rest of the guys.
Who will make it to the finals?
Yeah, who's gonna make it to the finals?
I know not last year, like the end of the season, I said the Rockets. It's long before they traded for KD. I remember James was laughing at me. James like, "You must be out of your mind." I said Miami and the Rockets in the finals next year. I would say, I would love for the Knicks to go. Just because it's been so long. I know you're a Knicks fan, but I would love for them to go. So I'm gonna say right now, off the top of my head, I'm gonna say Knicks and OKC, just off top. Because some tell me KD, I don't know. I think they had a good core, but they broke it up to. I mean, KD's a hell of a scorer. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. It's kind of like with LeBron. I'm not LeBron. With AD, they traded like Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart, all of them to get AD. They won one, but he gave up a nice core for that one.
True.
So I say OKC and the Knicks.
All right. Wes, who you got making the finals?
I say Denver and the Rockets.
Well, you can't have both because
Well, no, they're making it. They're making it. They're both deep run. I'll give you the 4 playoff teams, at least early playoff teams. I'm going to go Denver, Rockets, and then I'm going to call. You know what? I'm going to say, because I always throw them in there. I want to say LA, and we're going to go.
So you got Denver, you got the Rockets, and I heard LA. Give me one Eastern team that makes it to the
finals. You got 4 Western teams.
None of them are going to make it. No one from the East is going to make it.
Man, somebody's got to make it.
No team. We're going to play.
Just look on the screen. I got to give you some options. I got Cleveland right there. I got the Knicks.
I don't like any of them.
Okay, what about Boston? I tell you what, Boston may have a chance.
I tell you what, if anyone on the East Coast, I'm going to go. I'm going to throw a Hail Mary out there to you. Okay. I'm going to tell you, I think it's going to be. I'm going to Atlanta Falcons.
You mean the Atlanta Hawks?
I'm sorry, the Hawks. Yeah.
The Falcons.
I'm watching the Falcons warm up on TV. But I'm going to go with the Hawks.
You got your mind on football. That's not a problem. Okay, so out of now let's go back to the beginning. What team out the West, if you had to put money on it today, you had to put a bet on it today, and they gave you free $500, free $500. Who are you putting your money on out the West?
I'm going to go Nuggets.
Nuggets. Okay.
Just because
Nuggets.
We'll go Nuggets.
All right. I can see, even though it's dark over there for CJ, but I see him smiling in the background. CJ, who you got for your NBA favorite?
Hey man, I promise you, hey, you might want to mark this down, bro. I got Golden State and the Cavs.
Golden State and the Cavs. Okay, I like it. It's different. Okay.
I like it.
What? So do you think the addition of Horford and them coming together with Kuminga and everything is going to be probably the last hoorah for the Warriors, or what? Or what do you think? Is it just?
Yeah, so that's what that. So when you look at it, my thing is like Steph is trying to go for his last hurrah,
Hmm.
and with them bringing over Horford
Hmm.
and re-signing Kaminga, and then they bringing along his brother. His brother shoots the 3 point. He's at 46%, which is like I said, just as good as Steph. So it's like they can make another run. This is another potential run. Again, barring
And they got
injuries
Jimmy
and
Butler.
stuff like that. But hey, Jimmy Butler, if you bring Draymond off the bench, because the Kaminga situation is crazy. Kaminga is feeling like he's an all-star. He says he's feeling like he's not getting the opportunity to
Uh-oh.
flourish. And truth be told, if he goes to another team, he could probably do that. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta afford him the opportunity. Now the question is Golden State going to lean into that to help him get there? And I think if they can tap into that, they definitely will get there. I say the Cavs coming out the East because they led last year. And despite the Bucks having that size, I can't go with the Knicks because they let go of my coach. So I mean, hey, you're gonna get what you're gonna get now. So I'm gonna go with the Cavs as a safe bet. Oh, and I don't know if y'all heard the talk where Horford, now that he's away from Boston, he said, "Hey, uh, what's his name? Light skinned boy, not Brown,
Tatum.
but the
Tatum.
other guy, Tatum." He said, "Tatum, you far from being Kobe." I was like, "Golly!" So,
Shots fired,
so
huh? Okay.
Wow.
shots fired, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm about to check the
I
schedule and
don't
see.
know. I don't know if it was I don't know if it was AI talking or what, but that was
Mhm.
that's what's coming across the news feed was that Horford said, "Hey, I ain't at Boston no more. Hey, Tatum, you far from Kobe, big dog."
Dang.
All right, I see what he's saying with that. Okay. Well, mine are pretty much the same that Amon said. I got the Thunder and I got the Knicks. I mean, it's from what they had last year, and I know they don't have the same coach, but I mean, I really feel like the players are the ones going to make to the championship anyway, despite some of the coaching. Some coaching does some, but it's the players that got to take them. So I say with the same team, they haven't made any crazy changes in that regard. As long as no injuries this year, I got the Knicks out the East, and then the same with the Thunder. Thunder just basically reloaded. They got pretty much the same guys. I mean, if somebody is gonna beat them, they're gonna have to just literally go out there and take it from them. Just because, I mean, right now they know how to win, and they got a young core, man. They won last, and that's the benefit of it. They won young now, and they know how to win and what it takes. So
Right.
I see them going all the way. But those are my two teams.
And plus, I think Mike Brown will use his bench. See, Thibodeau, I like Thibodeau, but he never uses his bench though.
Yeah,
He like go
Brown is
like
definitely gonna use his bench a
7
lot more
men
than
deep,
Thibodeau. Yeah,
maybe
Mhm.
8 deep, and that's it. So
for sure. I definitely would
and
say,
if they trade for Giannis, they trade Cat for Giannis. It's a wrap. The Knicks gonna win if that happens to me.
oh
But
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. But I will say this, as CJ said, I'm excited to see how far Golden State goes.
yeah, me
Just
too.
because, man, I love watching Steph Curry. I noticed we don't have a whole lot of much more time to watch him, but he's one of the greatest players I've ever seen with my own two eyes up close and went to one of his games. So I'm excited to see
Mhm.
him, and even LeBron for that matter. Some people don't like him, but for real, for what he's done to the game and for the game, still love LeBron and watching him play. And the man is like, what is going to be turning 41? And if I start
Mhm.
seeing him with more effort than some of the young cats, something is terribly wrong. I would, if I'm a coach and I'm seeing that coming out the gate, which I know LeBron is going to miss this game. He's not going to be playing Tuesday night
Yeah,
just because he's going to be out. I think he's out the first, I
like
think
3 weeks or something like that.
4 weeks. So
Something
yeah. Um,
He's got
but if
to win that ARP card coming.
like that.
so yeah,
Yeah, yeah. This is Luca's team
Oh
right
yeah,
now,
yeah.
man.
well,
It's
it's Luka's
Luca's
team.
team.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, it is. It's Luka's team for sure. Well, that'll do it for this episode for the show. Continue to like and subscribe to us and check us out. We appreciate all the support. And until the next time, fellas, y'all have a blessed week and level up.
Level up. Go Falcons.
And yeah.